the story was at the University of Missouri. There was a protest started by some graduate students, and their goal was pretty outlandish. Like they were like, we want the university president to climb up on a cafeteria table and denounce his white privilege publicly and then resign. We want the faculty to suddenly be, and I don't remember the percentages, but like 28% African American. And as a result, if you have to fire other people, we don't care. Like fundamentally illogical, illegal, certainly things that could not happen. And so they started a protest in the center of the campus quad. And as the protest grew, there was a hunger striker. Now, the hunger striker's dad was like an executive, I think, at Norfolk Southern who made like $20 million a year. I mean, like he was insanely wealthy, but he was saying, oh, we can't afford health insurance anymore. And there were 3 incidents, they said, that demonstrated extreme racism that was going on in the campus. One of them was a poop swastika. Right. Remember the infamous poop swastika? And I've said before, and I'm sure this would be the case for you, if somebody said, oh, Ben Shapiro, I'm a huge fan, and they showed up with you, like a portrait that they had done of you in feces, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's a huge endorsement of me, right? So I'm not sure which direction the poop swastika is even going. Like that could be somebody hating the poop, like whatever. Okay, so that happened. We don't
also
know
not clear it was directed against African Americans
or who did it.
Right.
Like it could be. We don't even know the motive. We don't know exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with no idea about that. There was a student body president who allegedly had a racial slur yelled at him off campus by somebody in a red pickup truck. No idea who that was. There were no witnesses. It's off campus. It's awful, but you have no idea how that's connected to Missouri. And then one person who was a non-student walked through campus and said a racial slur, like as the African-American group was meeting on campus. And for that was the modus, the locus, the reason why they started the protest. And so I went and I looked at all this and I said, the University of Missouri at this time was embracing Michael Sam. They had a gay black man who had been elected as student body president. I can't speak to the hearts and minds of every single student at the University of Missouri, but I had spent a lot of time there as they got integrated into the SEC, became members of the Southeastern Conference. And inclusion and diversity did not seem to be an issue at Missouri. And so the protest eventually spread from this hunger striker to the football team saying, we will not take the field and play unless the demands of these protesting students are acquiesced to. And I said, my God, this is a big story, right? I got to look into all the details. Well, I looked in and found out the 3 incidents that they were complaining about. And I said, there's no legitimacy for this protest. But the head of the football team, Gary Pinkel, the athletic director, everybody was afraid to call out the students and in any way fight back. The chancellor ended up losing his job. The president of the overall Missouri University lost his job. And then this is amazing. When I looked at the data, the overall enrollment of the university, and I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but it was more crippling to Missouri, this protest, than Hurricane Katrina was to Tulane.
That's insane.
So you think about like this Hurricane Katrina, which basically shut down the city of New Orleans and crippled the entire region, had less of a significant impact on the enrollment. And I went and looked at the enrollment numbers at Tulane than the Missouri protest did. And so as I examined all the details surrounding this story, I just said, my God, the media is not doing their job. Our job, to me, in sports media is to speak truth to power sometimes, right? And the students were the powerful people here who were protesting, and they were the ones who were winning in the court of public opinion, and their protest was completely illegitimate. So I started writing about that. And something happened to me that I'd never seen happen before, which was immediately everybody attacked me and said, oh, you're racist, you're sexist. And I had never seen that happen before because up to that point, I worked on Al Gore's presidential campaign. I worked in Democratic politics. I consider myself to be a very middle of the road guy. And what I noticed very rapidly was people weren't attacking my reporting or my opinions or the facts that I was discussing in this case. They were attacking me personally. And from there, as my red pill moment, my eyes started to open and I said, my God, maybe I have been missing, and slowly the sports media has turned into politics by any other name. And from there, I really do just think it's continued to grow in a rapid fashion.